Stars. There are quite a lot of them, really. Billions of years old, millions of miles away, just hanging out, doing their own thing. Did I mention there's a lot of them? Okay, so I'm hardly an expert. That's more Philip's territory. And ever since he'd made friends with Marjorie, Philip had learned even more about stars. In fact, Philip had found himself a whole constellation of new friends in the Angeles Astronomy Society.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Extraordinary.
They look a lot like rocks, really, don't they? Odd sort of jagged little rocks.
Well, they're a bit dishevelled. They've come a long way. They're the remains of shooting stars.
Imagine, Joy. These have come from up there. Part of our great cosmos.
Well, we shouldn't be too late tonight. We've had to practically wrestle Clive off the telescope since he had his cataracts removed.
You hear that, Sarge? Cataracts. And rocks. What fun.
But Philip and his new friends couldn't have been happier. The whole society had their eyes fixed to the sky, waiting patiently for the upcoming eclipse of the sun.
Just think, only 3 more sleeps.
Not since the great meteorite shower of 1912 have I been so excited about a major astronomical event.
Technically, it's not a total solar eclipse, but a grazing occultation of the sun by the moon.
My star pupil.
Philip's an old soul. We shouldn't be surprised that he and Marjorie have clicked. Makes sense.
But what might make more sense, Sarge? If he had a little friend his own age. Maybe 2. Called Noah and Ruby. Together they could catch tadpoles and have sleepovers here in the lounge room. But instead, he's looking through large pipes with people who don't have their own teeth. I mean, not that I have anything against people without teeth. It's just...
I know. It's just... Childhood is a very special time.
I could never forgive myself, Sarge. If Philip missed out on the whole thingamajig of it.
The magic, Joy?
Yes, Sarge. The magic.
I wouldn't worry. Philip comes at life from a different angle to the rest of us. He'll find the magic, but in his own way.
I hope you're right, Sarge. I really do.
Don't creep about on my account. I haven't slept a wink.
Now you tell me.
How can I rest knowing we're on the brink of something so life-changing?
Think you could talk it up a little bit more?
The last eclipse in Angeles was years and years ago. Marjorie's lived forever, and even she wasn't there. This is big-ticket stuff, Locke.
But for once, Philip wasn't alone in his thinking.
Picture it. You're in the middle of enjoying your afternoon scone. Next thing, your world is plunged into an unexplained darkness. You can't tell the jam from the cream.
Wow. That sounds...
Terrifying, discombobulating. An eclipse can be all of these things.
We'll impose a blanket curfew. Order everyone behind closed doors. With force.
That's one approach. Or, just perhaps, we could reassure our citizens that while this may feel like the very end of creation, it is in fact the dawn of a new era.
I vote for the curfew. A huge crowd of people in the dark staring up at the sky. It's an open invitation for pickpockets.
Or is it an invitation to lead our fellow man back toward the light? I'm sure you'll agree, comrades, that is the very essence of our responsibility as police officers. Yates, Shakespeare, go to work.
So maybe Sam wasn't quite into the whole stargazing thing. But the rest of the female population of Angeles, that was another matter. And their sights were set on the same thing. It was official. Since his makeover, Egg was a star. And he was milking it for all it was worth.
Take it. No, take mine.
Ladies, relax. There's more than 1 meal in a day. Plenty to go around.
Your music test cheat sheet, English essay, and Old Squash's trigonometry assignments.
How was that fair? I was up all night finishing mine. You get to hand someone else's work.
It's a little thing I like to call outsourcing.
It sounds more like cheating to me.
Just because you couldn't handle the fame thing doesn't mean I can't. I know how to work this.
Yep, Heg was a star, all right. And for the moment, he was in demand. He was cooler than cool, hotter than hot, burning up, big time.
Enough! I said enough. While I appreciate your enthusiasm, you'll drown out the woodwind section. And if you're not going to stick to the sheet music, I'll have to seriously consider asking you not to take part in Angela's High's Stars of Tomorrow concert series.
Bring it on. This music you're making us play is so yesterday.
Well, in that case, perhaps you'd be more comfortable in the percussion team.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. Let's try it again, gang. From the top. Ready?
Okay, Snowy, cue the lights.
No!
What the dickens is the matter, Constable?
While I think a dress rehearsal is a great idea, maybe one of us should be manning the desk. Out there, in the light. Just in case.
But I already put the back in 5 minutes sign up.
But still, who's to say something important won't come up and we'll miss it in here, in the dark?
Snowy, cue the lights.
Is it just me? Or is anybody else having trouble reading?
Constable?
Right. Well, that's that done. I have to go see a man about an octopus.
Ordinary